Okay, so we're hidden. Cool.
Fortan Cardozo.
At least I think I have us hidden.
Is 5 for 8
Sounds
at the
good,
strike.
huh?
Hall hit a
Oh,
huge
I should. Yeah,
three
the public. I think I turned off the public.
in the latter stages
Yep,
of
that's
this
what it looks like.
quarter. That
Sounds
really,
good. Sounds good.
I think was the big bucket for
I'm gonna go tag the Discord
South
again
Carolina.
really quick.
Hall was
Sounds
50,
good. I'll tag.
Powell with 14. So the
I'll
guards
tag B2B.
Oh yeah, good idea.
have come
Good
through.
idea.
And some big buckets. Watkins and Kits, big contributions in this second half. Well, having watched North
What is up,
Carolina
everybody
multiple
that
times
has
this
tuned
season,
in
their defense has
so
kept them in
far?
games. Their
We
offense is
are
one of
going to
the
watch
ones
the
that
end
have
of
been
this
able to
game,
put
and then
together.
we're
They've done a
watching
much better
the
job.
return of Reese Pieces. That's right, Angel Reese.
Right? I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. Gotta get the swag back in LSU. Man, also, this is a crazy close game for being what it is.
It is, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Big ups to UNC for sure. I think Kim Mulkey would fight you for saying bring the swag back. She's probably like the swag never left, you know.
She didn't like it, man.
What might have been the play of the game. I think this
Them's
right
his fighting words.
That's
2:08 on
That's
the
true.
clock was the separator for the Gamecocks.
All right, we're going to have a guest tonight as well. We're going to be welcoming in Drew NFTV at some point tonight. He's going to talk about his playback room that he started and kind of what his goals are and just kind of hang out with us for a little bit. So should be a good time.
Heck yeah.
McPherson on the drive. And a foul called on Cardozo again. And that's her fifth.
Cardozo,
foul.
fifth foul, yeah.
And Camilla is fouled out. You go right at that outside hip. All game, North Carolina's been getting in the paint off the bounce. Dawn Staley has a few 20 seconds here to put the substitution in. She'll use it as a mini timeout here. As McPherson will get ready to go to the free throw line. Just a 53% shooter. 1 for 2 tonight. Oh, and she's standing on that line the whole time. She's raring to go. Cardoso is going to finish.
All right. Make sure, if you're just now joining us, welcome in. Going to be watching, like I said, we're going to finish this game out and then immediately start watching the LSU Virginia Tech game. Make sure you check the pinned comment and enter your name into the Google form so we can add you to the giveaways for the evening.
This one to make it.
Are you excited?
Dude, I'm ready. I've been hyped ever since we found out that Angel was coming back for this one. I'm curious too. does she just come back in and LSU's good and it's fine, or is it like a slow first half where Virginia Tech could maybe? I mean, Virginia Tech can get a win here, no doubt. But like, I don't know, man. We'll see. I think being without Angel for I think it's been 4 games now, so it's kind of interesting. Yo, what's up, Scully?
What
How
up,
you
Scully?
doing?
What up? Yeah, you definitely like
game than we thought, right?
Virginia Tech's not. They're not slouches.
No.
They're highly ranked team. They got some ballers, so I think that LSU is definitely going to have to play their cards right to win this game. I hope that it's an easy transition for Angel to get back in that lineup, and hopefully they can get back into form in a very short time period.
Yeah, no, 100%. We'll see. I'm curious to just, do we see Mulkey say anything? Do we see anything happen with Angel Reese? Like, it's just such a weird thing, man. It's just such a weird.
I doubt it.
Weird thing. But yeah, I'm honestly, I'm gonna go with the underdogs here. I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech, man. I wanna see him win. I wanna see Elizabeth Kitley have a big game. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Virginia Tech to come into the Bayou and take one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going with VT as well.
Dude, there we go. That's what's up.
And if you're North Carolina, you've got to be aware of time to score. If you can get the steal,
Gotta get Virginia Tech in there. Man, we still got time in this one. North Carolina might be able to steal one.
Yeah, we might. What up, Sugar?
Yo, Sugar,
we might see some overtime here.
Straight up, yeah. Wait, Sugar Husker, are you like there?
Immediately fouled, 24 seconds to go.
That'd be amazing. Get the streamception going on.
That's the
Streamception.
Also in the corner, threw down a box score for us. We got Baylor SMU games. That one's kind of close as well. 42-34. It's in the third quarter, so we'll keep an eye on that.
If you want to advance the ball, let's see what Courtney Banghart does. We'll decide.
That one's really the only one we're paying attention to right now.
I think because you have the ability
So,
to pass the ball, should kids make
give me the lowdown here. Who do you think on Virginia Tech is the player to watch? Because I'm going to be honest with you, like I don't have a lot of name recognition with that team. So who's somebody that like we need to be like aware of since we're rooting for Virginia Tech tonight?
No, for sure. So it's gotta be Elizabeth Kitley. So she holds it down. She's the center. She's been averaging a double this season though. I don't know. Let's see really quick. All right, so Elizabeth Kitley. So right now, I think she's a senior. I don't know if this is her COVID year or not, but looks like she's a senior. 24 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks a game. She's shooting about 60% right now from the field, so she's putting up monster numbers. I think if there's a way that Virginia Tech takes this from LSU, she's going to be a big part of this, 100%.
Okay. I can dig that. And she is 6'6", so she's going to be a big body out there. Really, the only person on LSU's roster that can compete with her height wise is a freshman. So it's gonna be an interesting dynamic there. Will we see her tear it up tonight?
Oh, I'm ready for it. Give Kitley the ball, man. Give her the ball. Let her go to work.
They'll start on ESPN News, and then they'll get you there at the conclusion of our game. Nice little bounce back by the SEC.
So yeah, we're. This game is just about wrapped up, and then at some point we're gonna have, as I said earlier, we'll have Drew NFTV on. Excited to talk to him. He just recently started a playback room, and he's streaming pretty much nonstop. I'm pretty sure he doesn't sleep ever.
Dude's always going.
I think he's always watching basketball, which is incredible. But I've got a little something special for the people that join his room. You have to, make sure not just pop into his room, but join the room. Click that join button.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's up, party people? Mic sounds good?
Yeah, it sounded clear.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Welcome in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. As soon as I saw that you, we got tagged by, I think SDA with Collecting and Connecting. I was like, hey, go check out his room. And I immediately reached out to you. I was like, hey, let's get you on here. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, my background and connection to the WNBA is obviously through my man Kobe. He kind of got me turned on to really like paying attention. But when I was working for the Lakers, I used to want a lot of my customers to be able to go and attend games and things like that. So I was thinking about how the WNBA and the G League were such great ways for them to interact and sit on the floor and have their kids be ball kids and do the fan experience part of it. You know, they have the big is it camp day or whatever they do, or it's always like in the morning on a weekday. So I'd send some of my groups there and stuff like that. And I always had a good relationship with the girl over there in terms of sending, you know, if they ever had a game that they didn't sell out, I'd always try to see how many tickets I could get out. So I really, really like the fan experience part of it. You know, that's kind of the draw for me.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, anything involving, you know, interacting. I met Neko Gumake, you know, I got to talk to her when she got out of Stanford. And it was like just a little hangar in Santa Monica, you know, and I'm just shooting the shit with her. Her sister wasn't in the league yet.
That's awesome.
But,
That's
yeah,
awesome. That's right. You've got quite the connections with the league and brands and things like that. I heard you talking about you know, you didn't really go in too much depth about your career, but you've got some connections.
yeah, so I played sports in college and then baseball, and then I worked from college, which was like 14 until 20. I stopped right after LeBron signed, basically. Now I work with them with my business that I have. So,
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to assume you're a massive Lakers fan, yeah?
yeah, I mean, I grew up, you know, rooting for them. I would say that I care more for the athletes than I do like the fandom.
Okay.
So I'm big
I
into
can
the
appreciate
college
that.
game, and you know, some guys people don't know why I'm such a big fan of, but when they were in college, they were so good that's why, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So on this current roster, who's the player that you enjoy the most? Are you the Austin Reeves guy? Are you the AD? Who do you most believe in on
I
this
mean, I
Lakers
have to say LeBron because the guy is completely disrespected, and we're watching one of the greatest players of all time. So anytime they're playing and he's in the game, I'm watching. But outside of that, you know, being like looking at the entire roster outside of LeBron, you know, obviously AD isn't fun to watch. You know, it's not like a position that you were like, oh, I can't, you know, it's so awesome. So on that side of things and like really liking that, I liked Vanderbilt last year as like the hustle glue guy. D'Lo when he's doing well is great, but when he's not, it's not
It's
cool
hard,
at
man.
all.
It's hard.
So obviously Reeves, I know the refs get him to the line a lot, so I try not to, you know, buy into that as much. But any journeyman like that, I mean, what's not to love?
For sure. No, I think
But
that's
yeah,
a
I
big
would
thing.
say, yeah, those are my guys pretty much.
Yeah, it's funny that like Austin Reeves is obviously like an exaggerated version of this because he's on the Lakers and ESPN loves the Lakers. Um, so he's an exaggerated version of journeyman that like are just fan favorites. But we see it with you know, it was Bobby Portis in Milwaukee. Like the fans absolutely adore Bobby Portis. I know, you know, when I started watching the Mavs really hard, me and my buddy absolutely loved Matt Carroll, and Matt Carroll maybe averaged like 3 minutes a season. Just like it's the ultimate job, right? Like you're the 12th man on the bench, so
That was
you
just your
have the
guy, yeah.
potential to go in. You're getting paid $1 million just to show up and hang out with Dirk, Jason Terry, Jason Kidd. Like that's the dream job.
Tough time, man.
Completely. When every team's got him, you know. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I know with
It's
Boston, they're
it's great.
big on Luke Cornett. You know, that's
Yep.
their like the guy they rock.
Luke Cornett and who was the there's
Peyton Pritchard, maybe.
Peyton, I think he was a rookie last year, Sam Hauser.
Hauser,
Yeah,
Hauser.
Hauser.
I think he's
Hauser.
becoming a fan favorite there. But you're absolutely right. Like every team has them, and I love that Austin Reeves is getting so much love as being just like because he 100% is the journeyman role. He's the role that the majority of the NBA could fill that space, but because he's on the Lakers, it's like, yes, we love him. We love him. And I can appreciate
I just saw there's on Gilbert Arenas' playback channel, he was mentioning a guy that I had remembered from when I was working there, and he did a special. I'll put it in the chat. He went to Austin Reeves' hometown in Arkansas, like when the Lakers had their first game this year. And he was talking to all the people. There's only 2 restaurants in the whole city, so he ate at both the restaurants.
Dude,
it was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess he scored like 90 points or 78 points in like the high school championship game or something like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves.
That's
career against Virginia Tech. In fact,
yeah, this I just watched it like 2-3 days ago about this guy. He just put it out there a couple days ago.
So tell me about your playback. Like, what? I know you're like literally always on.
You're always streaming.
Yeah, so I'm basically always watching, right? I'm watching G League, I'm watching college, I'm watching NBA, and there's nowhere to watch it, right? I'm just sitting here by myself. Nobody cares. So I was like, oh, I'll just throw it on playback, you know what I mean? Because I'm already sitting here watching it by myself. So it's like, you guys want to join in and see what a nerd does, you know? I could tell you, Michael Jordan's free throw percentage in '94 and stuff, weird stuff that no one cares about.
That's hilarious.
You know? Did Michael Jordan's triple-double in the All-Star game in '97 or was it in '96?
Oh, so you've forgotten more basketball than I know, is what it sounds like.
I don't really know that much, you know. I know as much as any nerd would know, but I like it. I'm into it. I'm a stats guy, you know what I mean? I'm constantly looking stuff up, and I just enjoy it.
I can appreciate that. I've been watching a lot of NBA stuff on YouTube. Most recently, I watched it was like a 30-minute video breaking down the math and science if they added the 4-point line.
Oh,
and
man.
This guy did the entire like analytics of like he took shots from 30 feet and back for every single player that has taken them. And it was like who would have the best percentage, who makes the most, who takes the most, and like by and large, is like Trey Young is the GOAT with 4-point shots. And I didn't know it until watching the video, but
I would have guessed James Harden just based on the question.
Yeah, right. I didn't know this. A lot of teams have put a 4-point line on their practice courts, and the Hawks are one of those teams. And so, like, of course, it makes sense. If Trey Young is doing it in practice, it's going to translate to the game at some point. I absolutely hate the shot. It makes no sense to me. I get that you're wide open at 30 feet, but there's a reason why you're wide open at 30 feet. Like, but you know, it was an interesting video.
When there's so much going on, there's no way we could all watch it all, you know? I almost feel like I have to go back just to catch up. Especially with the college stuff. I went to Arizona for college, but I grew up a UCLA fan. It's like I want to watch UCLA, but like I want to watch Arizona, but then there's the Lakers and there's football. It's like, all right, you just got to pick something. And then I like hockey. It's like it's out of control.
It's the best and worst time to be a sports fan. It's the best and worst time.
There's so much good stuff going on, man. You got to catch it all too.
So yeah, most people they're like, oh, hockey sucks. Oh, college sports. I'm just like, wow, why am I the only one into all this? Like,
oh man.
I used to make fun of my dad because my dad was 100% growing up was one of those guys that it's like he's watching sports, period. Like, he'll sit and he'll watch golf. He'll sit and watch tennis. He'll sit and watch, racquetball or whatever. Like, and I was thinking, I'm like, that's so boring to me. Why would you want to watch those things? And now I've gotten to, like, I'm him. Where it's like,
oh yeah, when the Olympics come, I'm sitting there watching them with the brooms. I'm like, let's go.
Like, I'll watch this. Oh, no problem. I'm like, I'm turning on cornhole tournaments on like ESPN3 and like, just having a good time with it.
It's cool too. From my baseball stuff, one of my buddies is a spike ball guy. He's like competitive with it. Another one's a cornhole guy. So I have a buddy that I root for in each little arena.
There's a lady I used to work with at Feeders that cleans up on the pickleball court. Like, she goes to traveling tournaments, and her squad, like, she does doubles tournaments. She gets first place every damn time. Every time.
With Fidelity
Income
Planning,
pickleball, fastest growing sport in America, man. It's gonna take everyone by storm. I saw
Here they play paddle tennis. You guys know paddle tennis? Yeah. Yeah, it's big in Venice Beach and like the West Side, and it's slowly kind of worked its way into the South Bay. But it's basically a depressurized tennis ball, and
sometimes togetherness is as easy as a nut.
It's a paddle tennis paddle. I don't know how to explain. It's like thicker and light. It's very light. Yeah.
Is it kind of like a ping pong paddle?
That's a bigger.
No, this is on like a bigger court. These are the nice ones. There's this company called.
She's not here. Reportedly not related to anything with Angel, but the teams both expecting to go very far once again.
Yeah, it's serious. These guys go crazy over here.
I believe it, man.
There's like a league. All these older guys are gnarly about it.
I know, like, cornhole around here, there's like 2 or 3 breweries that are like making up like a cornhole circuit of like breweries in our area, and it's a whole thing. Like, they have tournaments. There's like good prize money too, and legit we went on one night and they had the tournament outside, and we thought like the place was slow. No, dude, the party was outside of the cornhole tournament, man. I was missing out. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember Amtrak did a thing recently where you could go from LA down to San Diego, and there was just crazy brewery tours, and it was just like 30 different spots on one ride.
So many good breweries. Too many.
Yeah, that Drop Shot Sports, they're like the #1 company in the world for paddle tennis. It's really big sport internationally.
That sounds about right. I feel like every sport except for basketball and football, it's like international gets their hands on it first,
for sure,
and then it slowly comes to the United States, and we either hate on it or we love it. It's like we're like first in medicine, but last in everything else.
Yeah, well, now these paddles that are so good, they kind of change the game, because now the old paddles are so much worse than the new ones. These guys are really hitting it like crazy.
Let's bring Andrea.
Well, I said I got a little something special for folks tonight, so I think it's fitting with you following the Lakers, and I can't give away a Kobe moment because Kobe's not on the platform.
Maybe one day.
Give away,
never say
maybe
never.
one day. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If that one day happens, I'm not giving away a Kobe. I'm just gonna get it for myself.
And maybe they'll make 200,000 like the D Wade.
You never know.
Maybe 500,000 of the Kobe's.
He's on the bench in the Smush Parker moment. I think that's a Kobe moment.
Right.
That's fair.
I think in Lamar counts. On the bench too.
That's the TSD right there, covered in towels. Yeah.
There you go. We are gonna give away a LeBron James extra spice block.
Let's go.
So it's very easy. All you gotta do to get it, join that play backward.
Oh. Did we lose Mac? Wait, Drew, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I think we might have lost Mac, and Mac was streaming the game, so we might have lost the game.
Oh wow, no, that's cool. Yeah, I see it's frozen, but
Yeah, for sure. I thought I was
is
losing
it
it.
because it's screen sharing? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
that's why.
All right.
There we go.
Sorry.
He's back.
Am I back?
You're
Okay.
back.
Yeah. My bad.
No, you're
Something
good.
happened with my internet there. But yes. So join Drew's room. Hit the little join community button at the top. Post a comment in Drew's rooms like here. Just say here or something like that, or what's up, hi, and we will get you added to the wheel for a LeBron James extra spice moment.
Legit.
Another great afternoon and evening from Caitlin Clark. Once again, here's
I'm
Inglewood,
also
but that's
gonna
be in and out.
send you a giveaway to give away.
Oh,
On top of
yes.
that.
Thank
Oh,
you.
A
okay.
double.
Okay.
Over the top.
DJ
He's
Pascal,
trying to
what's
save
up?
it,
Hope
but
you're doing good, man.
So Snap, this game's kind of going the way we want, right?
I'm
We're
ready
rooting for
for it.
Virginia Tech. They're up. Look at the turnover, 7-1.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Already 7 turnovers for the Tigers.
I always like LSU because my parents, they did a lot of business in Baton Rouge.
Man,
Always been a huge fan of them. That's like college town, you know what I mean?
right.
Oh, gnarly. Those people, like, the whole town shuts down.
That would go
And
against
look at it now, too. I think we saw it, Angel Reese, 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Little interesting note there to start off on. We're only in the first quarter.
So far in this game from the free throw line, only 3 of 8.
Oh man, okay. Then we see LSU stat 3 of 8 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not good.
We had a
Yo,
delightful
D, what's up, D?
conversation with her.
Just rock with the hot takes. Okay. I see it. Honestly, I think Angel Reese is extremely talented, obviously, but I don't know if her game translates as well. I don't know. We'll see.
I think if she goes top 10, it'll be like 8 times better.
Yeah,
I think she'll be at the back end for sure.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
And Kim Mulkey is out there looking like a garden. She looks like she looks like she's that you go to the the 80-year-old grandma's house with the super old couch.
Man, yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Elizabeth Kidley just named ACC Player of the Year.
Just a reminder, I mean, we got a lot of folks in here, so for giveaways tonight, join the big giveaway that we're doing. Join Drew's room. The playback link is above. It's the last comment that I made. Type hi in the chat, hey, here, whatever, and join his room. But then also check the pinned comment. We got a Google form where we're going to do our typical giveaways throughout the night. But the main giveaway is a LBJ extra spice block.
Here we go. Gotta get the extra spice going, man.
She has the basketball in her hands.
I'm looking at a couple of these 24 mock drafts. They have her anywhere from 5 down to 9 or 8.
Yeah, I feel like that's crazy too, because I mean, thinking about the championship stuff last year and all the hype around it, like it just seemed like if Clark and Reese went into the draft, like it was like a 1 and 2 like deal. And I mean, I don't know if that's gonna really be the case if like both of them go, and we'll see too. Like COVID years, that changed up college sports for sure. So yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see who goes in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with size.
Yeah, for sure. If she goes towards the top of the top 10, it's because people took their COVID year and are staying in college. But yeah, if people go out as they're expected, she'll barely make the top 10.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. I mean, I think if you really think about like this, and to be honest too, the freshman year, like freshmen in this class have been insane. Like, I mean, we've seen like, so okay, I'm basically turning into a Juju Watkins stan overnight. Like, I guess I'm a USC fan now because of Juju Watkins. But like I have to share this with you guys. I gotta find it. I gotta go find it. Let's see, where is it?
That's why I offer, like, for those watching, I gave Snapper the option of Tuesday night USC game or tonight LSU, and it was 100% because he is obsessed.
Dude. I am. She is so fun to watch, and this stat is wild to me. Like, this stat is like telling me all I need to know about her already. But yeah, first 6 games, her and LeBron are the only ones in Division One sports, men's or women's. LeBron James and Juju Watkins, those names are the only ones that can put up those numbers in 6 games. So like, to me, she's just been unbelievable. She's broken Lisa Leslie's record in first 6 games of the seasons. Like, I mean, and she's a freshman. Like, she came in and she's literally just dominating the NCAA. USC, I don't think many people had them in their top 5 rankings, and they're gonna be up there this week probably. So
You just have to be set and force your guards.
Yeah, when she was at Sierra Canyon, she came to the Drew League. And everybody knew who she was, and I'm like, who is that? You know, like I don't know. And they're like, that's Juju Watkins, Sierra Canyon, you know where LeBron Jr. goes, da 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 da. And they had Onyeka Okongwu, he was on there too.
Oh man, yeah, that's sick, man. I knew nothing of Juju Watkins before she just started tearing it up in USC, so I would have been one of those people. But just watching like the few highlights, man, she is really impressive, really fun to watch. And yeah, also like Caproni saying Bronny Jr. cleared with all of his stuff there, so good stuff there. USC looking good.
Yeah, they were at Sierra Canyon at the same time.
Man, that's wild. Lots of talent, man. Sierra Canyon.
Marvin Bagley, I think, went there too.
Yep, he did.
The Virginia Tech star certainly.
Yeah, I agree with you as well, D. I don't think LSU is gonna repeat. Also, like NCAA, like women's basketball, I feel like this is why the W needs, you know, a few more teams, but we just have so much talent this year. Like there's been so many upsets and like just shakeups in the rankings from last year and just what people have expected. So it's been fun to see underdogs come up and just take a few.
Have you looked at any of the Vegas odds, like who they're picking?
Honestly, no, I haven't. I haven't checked that out. I'd be interested to see, but yeah, gotta check
Let me see.
Yeah, because I'd be interested to see who
this segment brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook sponsor.
Yeah, DraftKings, drop some money, you know, drop a sponsor. We got you. We all bet here. No.
I like using Odds Shark because they go through each book.
Yes, they got it all, man. Odds Shark.
It's easy to guide.
It looks like the value pick is the Liberty, but the Aces is like the favorite.
I feel like if we're going,
I don't think the Aces are gonna go 3-peat. I don't think they're gonna 3-peat.
But they get Candace back next year. They get Candace back. That's a whole thing.
They do, but let's be honest. Candace Parker is my favorite player of all time, Candace Parker. But I don't know that she is gonna be Candace Parker.
That's fair.
Typical beginner's
Oh, you can bet in
mistake.
Florida next week. Hey, shout out Florida. Congrats.
So, will he help him?
I think Dallas is gonna make a lot of noise this year.
Yeah, man, Dallas Wings.
I think the Wings are gonna make a ton of noise.
The Wings are
So let's look. Let me go
man.
here. College basketball.
Also, Dish the Rock. I feel Haley Van Lith. I want to love Haley Van Lith because she's just a cool person. I feel like I just like. She has like the Kelsey Plum like dog attitude to her, and I feel like I love that about Haley Van Lith. But yeah, I kind of feel you on the second rounder. I'm not too into her game. I'm more into the person and the player, I think, than like her game. But yeah,
Angel,
I'm with you on that. I can see it as a second rounder.
Angel is a part of this basketball team.
So something interesting looking at women's basketball championship. UConn is still third.
Yeah,
third most favorited, even after losing Fudd.
And that's the wild thing to me, dude. I don't know how. I mean, Paige has come back and she has put up great numbers. Like she's come back and like not missed a beat. That's great to see. But at the same time, I mean, you lose Fudd. Like they lost to UCLA this past week. So. And like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Happy.
I'm kind of digging
She's available.
Stanford at plus 1,000.
Dude, Stanford, yo, Cameron Brink.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I would say they got the number 2 overall pick, so not a bad pick there.
Oh yeah, I think Cameron Brink and Kiki Uriafin. Kiki just had a big game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Disharock 100%. Brink and Uriafin. I think Cameron Brink had 6 blocks in that game. She's had a few of those games with like 5 or 6 blocks this year already. So.
Having to sit on the bench right now that neither Angel nor Kim are.
I'm sending a Brianna Turner TSD.
Hey,
Sweet.
There we go.
Okay.
For the giveaway.
Well, that'll be our first giveaway of the night then. So let me pull up
WNBA CC, right?
Yep.
Yep.
WNBA CC. Yep.
Perfect.
This is all the names from the Google form, and I know there are more people watching that have filled out the form. So if you do not see your name, please let us know so we can add you to the wheel.
Also, let's see. I forgot we had some people put in the WNBA Women's Basketball Hall of Fame at least. I know I saw a few. I know it was Maya Moore and Simone Augustus are the two names that I saw like a headline. I'm not sure. Catch the
There, Taj McWilliams Franklin. She'll be going in.
There we go.
Let's see.
Yeah, honestly, just to rock that Maya Moore moment is one of the coolest on the platform too. Really is.
So I'm torn here, guys, and this is probably a dumb thing to be torn on. Teresa Witherspoon TST, the shot.
Oh yeah, the shot,
or,
man.
Or Luka Doncic TST.
Ooh,
that's tough, right? Like
that's hard. Are both of those around the same value?
Are you trying to hold it or are you trying to flip it?
True, yeah, that's
I'm gonna hold. I'm eventually gonna get both, but it's gonna be a hold.
Because that Luka's a flip for sure.
Right. Luka's at like 260.
Luka's definitely
and
the
Witherspoon's at 129. Yeah, I obviously go cheap, get Teresa Witherspoon, and complete the team checklist. But I can't do both.
Can we do offers though? What are the offers on the Witherspoon? Like, can we get it for under 100? Maybe is there like stuff in there or no?
That's a good point. Let me see here.
Because I know there's some WNBA
top offer is 95.
Ooh, maybe you throw in like a 98, 99 or a 101, make some bite.
Maybe.
How much is that Luka again? You said
like 260.
Okay. For some reason,
that's why I was like, I can do one or the other, but I can't do both.
Yeah.
All right, nobody is speaking up, so these are the names that are going on the wheel for the first giveaway, and that is, you said Brianna Turner TSD?
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Also, guys, only 2 people are entered to win this LeBron James Extra Spice. Make sure, if you want a chance, even if you just want to sell it, I don't care what you do with it. It's a $13 moment. What you do with it is your prerogative. But join TV Timeout, Drew NFTV's own playback room, post in the chat, and join the community. That's all you got to do.
You're
entered
insider
$13 moment.
With a lot of 100-point games in there too. Even without the superstar at this time tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got approved on those IP rights for the sets that I'm locking or whatever.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
What you doing with some of those?
Well, so I own a business where I sell promo. So I'm already doing it. So now I just have the access. So I was thinking about creating, obviously it's too late to do like a catalog for the holidays, but I guess, something with pre-order. Hats, sweatshirts, bags, or I could do like mouse pads, speakers, whatever. I don't know. I got to just figure out what people want. I don't know that it's like a hot thing right now to like buy stuff with Top Shot art on it,
Yeah, that's the big thing, no doubt.
Yeah,
that's something that we've wanted to venture into. The problem is like we would use our community account. Our community account doesn't hold sets because it's strictly for giving stuff away. So it's kind of one of those: are we allowed to leverage our own my sets, snapper sets for the good of the community? We haven't gotten an answer on that yet.
Interesting. Well, I know with me, once I actually go through of selling all the stuff, in California, I have to have, the business license with the resale certificate.
Yeah.
And then whoever I sell stuff to, they can actually resell it if they would like. But they have to prove to me some information and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of
LSU is
tax
quiet.
stuff.
Come back, by the way, guys.
They want that tax money.
Gotta get it. They gotta get it.
Don't they get
The
enough? I
Lakers
mean,
over
literally
here.
everything except for sports betting is legal in California.
Yeah, I can't believe betting's still not legal in
Dude,
California.
it's honestly wild to me. It's wild.
Pretty funny.
And
Shout out DJ Pasquan.
Oh, there we go.
DJ Pasquan is the winner of the Brianna Turner TSD.
Hey, there we
Yes, it's a number
Ooh,
2.
let's go, DJ P.
Hey,
Yeah,
not bad.
Lakers are down by 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
Wait, right now?
Yeah,
They were
75,
up when I started
94.
the stream. What is happening? Hold on.
19 points.
Dude, no
The
way.
Lakers.
It was like 37 to
It's the
20
Lakers.
something when
Can't
I was
trust
watching. Dude, it's so true. That's Laker basketball.
Now it's 16.
That's Laker
That's one
basketball.
of the things. Like there was one. It was the night that they were playing Philly, and I legit put probably like 90% of my bets on that game, and every single one of them lost because all the starters left and they lost by 44.
I feel like everybody watched that game. I've heard already from so many people about how pathetic we were.
Dude.
I knew not to watch it on a back-to-back against Philly. I'm like,
Right?
all right.
No,
Thank you.
The Lakers and backs-to-backs, you just don't do that. You don't do
much.
Embiid had his cheeseburger.
So I see Dish the Rock and Snap. Y'all were talking about it in the chat. So I watched a little bit of an interview from Shams talking about the Cuban deal. And the main reason that Cuban took the deal is because the Edelson family are casino Mongols or moguls, whatever you call them.
Just have water. Cash or card.
And he wants to build like a casino park all around. He wants to build a new arena and put like this whole park village area around the new arena to funnel all that money to the Mavericks. And like it's crazy. Like I when you think of it on the surface, I was like, oh, he's just ready to retire. He's leaving Shark Tank. He's hanging it up with Mavs. He's just ready to enjoy his billions and billions. But no, it's literally to make even more money.
And that's...
Well, one thing to mention too is he only spent $285 million on the team. So let's round it to 300, and now he's being evaluated at, let's say, $2 billion. So for him to get out at 51% at that evaluation, he's selling 51% for more than double what he paid for the whole team. I'm sure that's part of the logic.
What is that? If you factor in 23 years of inflation, how much is that 285 that he paid worth? Like, you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
Because I want to see what the true amount of equity he got out of this deal. That's what I want to see.
At the end
but here's the thing too: is from buying it, he was able to borrow a lot more money because he owned it. So we don't know what deals he made from owning it that then led to the more deals,
That's
true. Yeah, when you own something like that, you get in with the banks.
It is crazy because I know several years ago he had said that he never planned on selling the Mavs, that he was going to pass it down through his family, and like he was never going to leave. At which, I mean, kudos to him getting the deal done to where he can still be head of executive leadership for the Mavs and make all the decisions. So he's still going to be around, and he'll still have the minority stake to pass down. But man, I when I first saw the headline, it kind of shook me a little bit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think I agree with you guys. Like, I think like the headline shook me at least like for a second, and then when I saw it was like the whole Addison stuff involved. I feel like they've been mentioned. I don't know for 100%, but I think they've been mentioned with the A's, like moving to Vegas and all that, wanting to be involved in sports. So I feel like, and with Mark wanting to be involved in casinos, like I feel like it's a very, it's a transactional. I can help you. You know how to do your stuff. You can do your stuff. I can do my stuff. We can kind of benefit. And like Max said, that's kind of what I heard too. Was the American Airlines Arena or whatever it is down there in Dallas. That one, it's up in 2030. He's asked for a new deal. New deal hasn't been really approved or talked about by anyone. So I've heard the same thing of creating a new stadium, and the Adelsons then are trying to, hopefully get some Vegas stuff, get some gambling going on in Texas, make it legal. But that's kind of what I saw was like they want like this whole live betting sports like conglomerate area thing going on in Dallas. So it'd be interesting to see though, man. It is wild.
Well, I think all these teams, they're moving towards having these ownership groups. So instead of having the one owner, it's really the group, and then there's one person that represents the group. So like with Magic, with Guggenheim, stuff like that. I think that's kind of where we're headed.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna have ownership groups that have like a president of the ownership group.
Especially with like some of the valuations now on things, right? Like it's even getting to a point to where like even if you are a billionaire, you can't necessarily buy a team. Like, and that's
when I think they're learning that they don't want all that attention, scrutiny,
True.
All that. So better to be the Guggenheim group. Who are you gonna go yell at? You know what I mean? Just a different approach. I think it's just more modern in terms of spreading out the
just the risk of it all, I think. Yeah, the exposure and all that stuff, no doubt.
Even the Lakers are split 9 ways. Everyone's like, "Oh, the Lakers are owned by the Buss family." It's like, go look it up.
Yeah.
They own 9% each.
And there's like that's the thing. It's like that's not the controlling stake anymore, even, is it? Right? I think that's gone.
Well, yeah, it's been broken up since Jerry Buss died so many times. So. But yeah, the percentages are all pretty small.
She's a player who certainly needs
you have 6 siblings, and you split it.
Yeah, because it's gonna get close up there, but it's not anywhere near what it was at one point. So it is wild though how much like it's crazy to think that like in the last from like just 2010 to now, like the 14 years or so, or 15 years, like sports teams' valuations have gone up from a few hundred million to a few. Like even the Pacers deal, I don't know if you guys saw stuff with that, but like that was a crazy thing. Like I forgot what it was, but the valuation for the Pacers, like that was wild. I don't know, man. Valuations for teams are crazy.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do
Indianapolis right now.
No. Indies worth more than the
Pacers.
But yeah, with the NBA going international, I think that's what led to all those evaluations being crazy.
Very true. Yeah.
She is very unselfish.
There's 8 Laker fans in China for 1 in LA.
Dude, oh, look at Mac with his Pacers hat. God, he got the swag.
Disrespected the Pacers. I gotta.
Pacers are legit.
Yo, they really are legit. You don't want to mess with the Pacers this year. But I think Drew has a point too. The 1 to 8 ratio for fans for LA and over in China for Lakers fans, right? Like ever since I've joined Top Shot, man, it's win China. So that's we'll keep asking.
It's serious. And this new TV deal they're getting is a lot bigger than the previous TV deal.
Yeah.
And they all know that that's coming, so they're all planning for it.
Yeah, man. The TV deals, oof.
Yeah, right now it's $500 million for 16 years. 500 million per year, 8 billion total.
That's insane, man.
Here in the first half, but LSU.
And then they only spend 200 on the team.
Interesting.
I would have been shocked.
Pink sparkly tigers. Him Mulkey. Oh, and look, the LSU Tigers is ripping off. The LSU Tigers got like a real sparkly jacket on.
Ooh, you're in Miami right here, Pacers. That's a tough game.
Man, okay, so Drew, are you looking forward to mid-season invitational tournament or in-season? I guess I keep calling it mid-season. in season.
Someone was asking me about the other day. I'm so focused on the trade deadline and just knowing how LeBron blows these teams up that until I see the final roster that we're going to the playoffs with, I think it's February 18th is the trade deadline. February 9th, February 18th, something like that. So till that day comes,
do you think that
you know,
the
injuries
Lakers
are part
moves?
of it. Yeah. Everyone wants to make all these decisions early because we're impatient, you know. But
you gotta play your cards right, man. You gotta hold them.
I don't know if you've heard too. They're talking about Caruso coming back.
Dude, but that's the thing. I don't want to touch Levine. But I'd love Caruso back. So
no disrespect, but any player who makes $40-50 million, I wouldn't touch.
Nope.
I don't care what his name is.
Yeah, at this point, we don't need it. Don't want it. I don't believe in the whole trio superstars. I've seen it enough in my life now. Just give me a bunch of good role players and 2 superstars, and we'll be fine. It'll be good.
Well, you could always add those pieces too at the deadline.
True. You can always add them.
This whole game that you have to have it on day one, that's not how it is.
The season's a marathon, right? It's not a sprint. You got to just get through it, get your wins when you're kid, and then, I mean, that's the thing, right? When you have LeBron and AD on your team, as long as you're in the playoffs or the playing game, you got a chance. So
I think it's all about being hot at the end. So as long as you have the good momentum and you get the right team, you know, the Lakers did that last year. They were 500 team all year, and then the trade deadline, they got 4 guys, and then all of a sudden they're in the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, man.
That wasn't the same
wow,
team.
So no. Are actually there.
Yeah. They casually just added like $40 million.
Arena. That's crazy.
Oh, Sugar Husker's actually at this game. This is wild. He was at the UNC. Oh, South Carolina. That makes more sense. Okay. For some reason, I thought he was at the LSU game. But yeah, that makes so much sense. That's sick.
Big rebound again by Morrow, who's having a fine half.
LSU's defense.
I don't like Virginia. They've gotten stagnant. Their offense isn't flowing like it was in the first quarter. They've really kind of eased up, and LSU's taking advantage right now.
They haven't hit them. But the energy from LSU defensively has been much better here in the second.
0 points. That's in 3.5 minutes.
Second quarter, they have outscored the
right there, no doubt.
27. Another kick.
I love it.
LSU has the size advantage here.
Activity. Anything you do to be disruptive.
You're right. The crowd loves it too. This packed house in Baton Rouge, loving the energy and the effort.
But yeah, that Angel Reese, she's going to be the 3rd player taken off the board. That's her size.
Ah, man.
They're taking 2 centers ahead of her, basically. One's a forward, but.
Long jumper, Ekno.
Rakia Jackson from Tennessee is projected to go high, isn't she?
She was.
I think she was. Last time I looked, it was 7th. I feel like I see her anywhere between 5 and 7.
So why?
Huge fan of hers.
I saw Caitlin Clark is like the #1 on every list, and
yep.
Bucher.
I hope and pray that she declares, because it's all but guaranteed. Like the ping pong balls are gonna fall in the Fever's way for a 2nd year in a row, and we're getting Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, and it's gonna be. I'm getting season tickets.
We'll see, man. That's the thing. Like December 10th, we're almost 10 days away. I mean, today's pretty much over. It's 10 days away. 10 days away.
LSU worked on this in their shoot around today.
I'm with it here. We need Caitlin Clark.
LA.
No.
Or
LA, you guys can have SDS. I'll give y'all Skylar Diggins Smith.
We want Clark. She's
No, you
made
can have
for the
Skylar
lights.
Diggins.
I think LA is
What
cool
up,
with the
DJ?
chick from LSU too. I think we're cool with this chick.
Oh, it's DJ, the man, the myth, the legend himself. What's up? How you doing?
Angel Reese to the Sparks would be my pick.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm honestly, hey, I'm here for it. Just run it all back. All I want is the hype from that NCAA championship game last year to translate to the W somehow. That was insane to see. And like, frankly, it is. It's because of the 2 players, like, and those 2 names right now. So.
Same with the 3 girls.
And listen, Dish the Rock. Nothing's more rigged than the Spurs getting Tim Duncan. I mean, they froze the envelope. They froze the envelope. Or no, that was Patrick Ewing. They froze the envelope.
And so just to throw this out there too, because I forgot, I went back to go check. We had a Tennessee Notre Dame game yesterday, so that was kind of interesting. It's number 18 ranked Notre Dame. Tennessee's ranked 20th. Rakia Jackson's actually hurt right now, so I didn't realize that. So she's hurt right now, but Notre Dame actually just beat Tennessee yesterday, so pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I'm pretty sure Jude is very happy somewhere. Anytime Notre Dame will.
Yeah, but my Pat Summit is very sad.
Pat's gonna stand there and just look, man. He's gonna stare in disapproval.
Yeah, you gotta love those ping pong balls.
I got my Pat on Rocky Top. She's good to go. It's like one of those things. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. I'm just grabbing.
Not to say there is a second Pat Summit, but who in your eyes is that second coach?
The second best coach,
or equal to her greatness.
I mean, like, listen, I always butcher his name, but Gino is 100% like.
Oriema,
I absolutely love Pat, but what he was able to accomplish and sustain at UConn is special.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you gotta think for a long time.
I thought you were gonna say Becky Hammond just because she made her jump over.
Yeah, she's playing World Series of Poker.
But
that's excellent.
For like the entire like 2000s era, if UConn didn't win, Tennessee did. Like it was like literally like UConn, Tennessee, UConn, Tennessee. Like it was just absolute dominance from both teams, and UConn's still on top, like still doing it. And granted, like Pat got sick, like she had a lot of mental health issues and health issues. So like she had to step down, but UConn's good, and it's all goes to coaching.
I'm curious
getting the
like
star
Duke,
players for recruitment.
Yeah, with like Duke, how quickly they go down. They lost Coach K,
Yeah.
I'm just like, are they going to be crap now forever, or
just like a quick
they
thing?
did disappear since he's gone?
They did.
Yeah.
Continues to build its chemistry, and they remember how they were able to develop and survive without injuries.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's all going to come together at the right time.
So you said the draft for the WNBA is in 10 days?
It's December 10th, I believe. December 10th.
It's the lottery.
Yeah, the lottery, not the draft. Yeah, lottery is the 10th. Draft is sometime in April. Usually it's right after March Madness.
And just wait for something to happen. Once the ball goes inside,
yeah, it should be interesting just to see one where the ping pong balls bounce, but two, it's also going to be interesting just to see too who declares like in the coming months, because like I feel like that's the thing, like we could get a really fun like once in a lifetime kind of class, or because everyone declares with COVID years and all that, it's just an interesting year, so.
Yeah.
In the midst of it right now. The ACC is up 7-4 currently.
So this is everybody that I've got so far for our next giveaway. If you do not see your name, you know what to do. Let us know. Get you added.
Especially the way North Carolina was executing their offense and getting on the offensive glass. They had 15 offensive rebounds.
North Carolina is definitely putting up a fight in this one. They're not letting it go too quick.
Oh yeah, it was close. It was close. North Carolina, that was the crazy thing. I wanted to see the upset today, man. 24 beating the 1. I guess they beat a number 1 seed back in 2019. So this would have been a big one. It was close too. They had him they had it within like 2 or 3, I think, in the last 2 or 3 minutes. And just
yeah, it was very close.
All right, let's go to Arkansas on the road, taking on a 15th ranked Seminoles team. And Coach Talia Scott.
English is stupid.
And this was
like, there's no way you look at Arkansas and say that's Arkansas. Like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's just so ridiculous.
I like Eric Musselman. He's the men's coach. He took over like 2-3 years after Portis went to the Bulls, and he was the Lakers G League coach. And he's been putting a lot of guys in the pros from Arkansas.
All right, let's go to Duke on the road to Georgia.
But yeah,
Final seconds left.
big
55
muscleman
all.
guy.
Delaney Thomas trying to get the shot off. Ball fake.
I was rooting for him in the March Madness. They made it to like the final 8, I think.
But the Blue Devils took control of it then.
Well, you had Ashlyn Jackson, and you also had another freshman in Jaden.
Yeah, that was a fun run down here with SDSU going all the way.
Oh my God, that was a shock. Yeah,
that was wild last year. It was the first time too. Like San Diego, I mean, sports
since
town,
Kawhi,
sports
right?
town. Yeah, well, Kawhi was Riverside, so Kawhi is Riverside, and well, yeah, San Diego State too. Yeah, for sure. I didn't think about that, but yeah, for sure. No, Kawhi down there. I think that's the thing, man. SDSU, like everyone rallied around it too. Like San Diego turned in from like a we hate sports, the Chargers left, all we got is the Padres to hey, you know what? Hold on, we got a basketball team now. So it was kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had Jamal Franklin too. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah, Jamal.
He played in the NBA.
For sure. No, man. Yeah, SDSU's had a few good players come through.
The Baylor Bears definitely.
I was contemplating it. I saw Stanford's women basketball at SDSU tomorrow at like 10 a.m. And I was like, do I somehow make this? Like that might be kind of fun, but no, we're not gonna. 10 a.m. game can't be done on a Friday.
Angel Reese getting in the groove.
That's awesome. It's good that you're even paying attention. You know that it's going on.
This halftime report is presented by G.
But yeah, I've been going to G League games.
Fire.
Just one NBA game, really.
G-Fire won our next giveaway. Congratulations.
There you go. Also, yeah, Sugar Husker, all of you right now. Gotcha.
Are you near Fort Wayne at all, Mac?
Smart.com. Save an extra 20%
no, I'm in Louisville area. Sugar, I thought I had you on there because I definitely manually typed your name in.
Okay, I won't double at it, but yeah, it's in there.
But yeah, they got that guy Oscar Tashwibe, or Oscar Tashwibe, I think that's it, from Kentucky.
Oh, that's
they just called him
like 20 rebounds every game.
Yep, yeah, they just called him up. But no, I'm from Kentucky. Good old southern Kentuckiana is what they call it. Kentuckiana because it's like southern Indiana and Kentucky. So because Sugar was somehow taken off of the list and spun again, T-Fire, I'm still giving you the prize. I already sent it to you. But Raining Apples, congratulations. You won the second roll spin. And Sugar, you are for sure in there right now. Like I added you again.
Oh, I'm hilarious.
Sometimes togetherness is as easy as a number. Sometimes.
We are always.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm born and raised in Louisville. The wife will not allow me to leave.
You need someone you can trust.
Something about family being here. I don't know.
I hear that.
Family? What's that?
I know, right?
With hoodies, jackets, hats, and more from Dick's Sporting Goods. With the latest
That's
looks
cool.
from the best brands like the North Face, Patagonia, Columbia,
I feel like that's the reason I'm in San Diego. I think I probably would have been back in LA County or the IE if it wasn't for family. So,
download the Dick's app now to find even
Yeah.
more great gifts.
It's interesting. It's interesting because obviously U of L is massive here, and then Kentucky's pretty big too, especially for the NBA. But like I'm an hour and a half away from Indianapolis. I'm an hour and a half away from Cincinnati, an hour and a half away from Nashville. So like I can go watch a Predators game. I can go watch the Bengals. I could go watch the Pacers. Like, and all three of these teams are getting good finally. So
that's cool.
That's sick, yeah. So one
nice little hot spot.
Right, like that's the thing. I feel like I'm still close. Like I'm complaining I'm in San Diego. I got the Padres. I got the wave down here, so I can't complain. But I do miss like just.
You should complain. The Padres are terrible.
Hey, they're chasing Ohtani, man. I read it. The article's real. We're chasing Ohtani. Ohtani's going to the Dodgers, the Padres. He stayed in St. I'm believing.
Or the Yankees, maybe.
But... Oh no, don't say that. But yeah.
Here's my thing with Ohtani: he already got hooked up with all the doctors, right?
Right.
And everywhere he goes, they have to create a rehab program for him.
True.
So let's say he goes to the Dodgers, right? He's meeting with the medical staff. They're going over their plans for how they're going to get him back. And so there's no reason in my mind why he would want new doctors to go to like the East Coast and do it all over again. So he's already got the doctors in LA.
I feel like, honestly, I feel like LA or San Diego makes so much sense just because of his infrastructure he has here already for himself, and just also, I just feel like, yeah, him staying in SoCal, man, looks good, looks good.
D-Jack, same mic, dude. I don't know what to deal with. Hilarious.
Number one is laugh. You should
My
laugh
mic was
every day.
I think I had to put a notepad below it so that it wasn't like directly on my desk.
Feel that.
Somehow it was like, I don't know.
Gets all the vibrations or something picked up on the desk.
Something. Yeah, we got Lakers here. We got this, and then third screen we got the football or triple screen.
There we go.
Triple box in it. All right. I'm trying to find something that's on since we're at halftime.
Yeah, I can't believe that Lakers
That
game.
Pacers game's got 2 minutes left.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, 130,
It's
123. Everything
134, 123. Yeah. The Spurs and the Hawks is a 3-point game with 6 minutes left.
ESPN time.
That's the closest one.
Ready to run it back? Women's hoops now playing on S.
To life here in the fourth quarter for Indiana. Caleb Martin.
Is that Terry Camarena or whatever? Is that how you say it?
Overplay Caleb is the 3-point line.
Camara or something?
Don't want the Pacers to get an open three here to help them catch up, but he's got to be
Kamara. Terry Kamara.
Kamara.
I'm pretty sure it's Kamara. It's like Alvin Kamara, but with a C, right?
I don't know the spelling of it.
Bruce Brown with 7 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Terry Rozier.
Give me super country and just call it Camera. Terry Camera.
Terry Camera. Oh, the steal, baby. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that.
Look at this.
What? Man.
And the Heat will take a timeout with 52
Hallie does not. Okay, Hallie's getting up.
So, have you guys seen any of the fast break stuff from Top Shot?
I just saw it today.
This was posted on Twitter.
Yeah, no, it looks interesting though. I'm down to play some games. Maybe I hope we get in the app. I hope we get it in the app. Honestly, I need something on my phone that's basically Top Shot, but not. Yo, D-Jack, we love it, man. There you go. How is it, man? Tell us if you can.
Waste money on any product that doesn't totally eliminate the steak. Get Poof on Amazon, Poof.com, Chewy.com.
But yeah, because like straight up, I think that would be super fun for the WNBA season. That would make everyone happy. If we could actually use WNBA moments with that same kind of way, that would fix the whole We Want Challenges issue. That would fix the whole thing we just asked for this whole season. So. It would be amazing.
Yep,
it would be
for
amazing.
sure. It looked, from the screenshots that I saw, it looked like it was a prediction type thing, where it's like choose 5 players that'll score 125 points or more. But like we need something. Like we're hungry for utility.
Well, I think profile badges are something that they should be giving out for people that perform well in these contests. But it doesn't seem like that's something they have been doing for whatever reason. But if you get a streak, you do 10 in a row, or there should be different badges associated.
Yeah, I think like if they could take the badges, and also I know that like they mentioned it a bunch of times, like just showing off reflection more and different customization stuff. But like having those badges of the sets that we already have, team sets, and then like having something like this, like a little another area on your profile would be really. Like it's just stuff like that I feel like can make your account stand out too, but also like it gives people that edge of not only do I maybe earn a pack, but I can like have that like the whole like bragging rights thing that Top Shot's always kind of mentioned with collectibles.
With 15 seconds on the
Completely.
Pacers do not want to foul. Almost got a turnover.
So for those interested in Thursday night football, the Seahawks are beating the Cowboys by 1 at halftime. It's 21-20. Geno Smith has only completed 11 passes, but DK Metcalf has 108 yards. It's crazy.
He had one play that was like 80-yard touchdown.
So I've got a parlay going right now. I need the under 22.5 passing completions from Geno. We're about halfway there, and then I need 5 yards receiving for Tony Pollard, and I hit the parlay because I've hit
Nice.
everything else. Every other leg has hit so far.
So Gino
So
just
those
is
are
the one
only
that's
2
scared.
Just need Gino to
Yeah,
come through,
Gino's
man.
the scary one.
Hands are on him right here. Just grabs him, locks him up.
Sounds like it's going to be really close, too.
Yeah. Yep. But if I win, $120.
So I guess go Zach Charbonnet from UCLA. Hopefully he gets all the running and then they don't give it to Gino.
Yeah. That's what I hope. I mean, they're up right now, right? So, like, get them up by another touchdown or so, and then just kind of use the running game. The Pacers are trying their best to come back here. They are balling.
Pacers are trying, man. They're trying.
Caleb does the right thing, overplaying Halliburton beyond the arc, but here too aggressive.
Looking back at that Sabonis trade, you really feel like it was a great deal to get Hallie out of that. They came out looking like geniuses. Yeah,
absolutely.
At the time, people didn't know, but now that he's like top 10 fantasy pick, it's like, wow, they look like geniuses.
Stopping the clock, which really helps.
Yeah, we got younger. Sabonis and Turner was never going to work. They tried it for several years, and it was not working. So I'm glad they moved off. I feel like they got the right amount of value back. And I feel like both teams won because the Kings got the number 2 seed, got to go to the playoffs, and we got Halliburton. So, and Halliburton's potential has been actualized. So, I think both teams. It's a rare instance where both teams won. You know.
Mm-hmm.
136 to 130 Heat.
Yeah, I didn't realize Halliburton would be this good.
Take a look at what Heel did.
I knew he was good, but to say he's like 6th overall pick in fantasy, I don't know if I would have thought that 2 years ago.
I mean, he's like he's a walking double-double. He's like a triple-double. He's like triple-double watch every time he touches the floor, but he's for sure getting a double-double every time he touches the floor.
Yeah.
Who do you think? There's been a lot of stuff happening in Vegas. So Chet has officially passed Wemby for the favorite to win Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
That's the first time we've seen anything of that from anyone, whether it's Vegas media or like just outside of fans, right?
Yep.
I know my opinion isn't a popular one, but because Chet is not really a rookie and that he was a rookie last year, I personally, being that he's also 3 years older than Wemby, I'll take Wemby as the Rookie of the Year. I think it's better for the game. I think it's better for everything to do with it. But yeah, I would think it would be a shame to have a player like that not win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, so I agree. I hate the rule that if you get drafted but get hurt or never play a game your rookie season, your sophomore year, you're considered a rookie. I hate that rule too.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, playing within the rules, Chet over Wemby all day. Just looking at efficiency, like he's taking significantly less shots, 50, 40, 90. People say the stats are worse. Like he's averaging less points, less rebounds, less everything. But his efficiency is sky high. And he actually he's playing the part that he was drafted to play, whereas Wemby does a lot of lingering around the 3-point line. It just seems kind of stagnant. Like he's just chucking up shots because he doesn't know where to go.
The one thing I will say is if you compare the first and second half, I think you'll see a bigger improvement from Wemby than you will from Chet. Wemby's 19, 18, so he's going to have more growth. So I would, look at the last 40 games before you kind of make that final decision. But Wemby's just going to get better and better. Chet, I don't know that he's not plateaued, but he's definitely, as good as he can get. I don't know.
See,
that
I mean,
see
you're
Chet.
so you're saying higher ceiling, lower floor for Wemby, where you got a higher floor, lower ceiling.
Just for this season, just for the next 50 games. Yeah. I think Wemby has underperformed. I think his best games are ahead of him. Chet is in a situation where he's going to be on a first-place team. He's the fifth option sometimes. He doesn't always need to score. It's different. Wemby's kind of the center of attention in his situation.
Yeah, look at that. What do
You
you
know,
think,
Wemby
Snap?
drops 40 one night, and then another night, you know, and then all of a sudden he's got a triple-double with 40, and then it's like, that can happen in one day. And then it's like,
It's true.
Got a 40-point triple-double. He's not winning Rookie of the Year. Come on.
I think that's fair. Like, I mean, Chet's been incredibly efficient. Because, like, Drew, what you're saying, too, that's been said in our chat. I think Dish the Rock has brought it up before. I think a few people in our chat have definitely brought up, like, the hate of the rule. And, I'm in agreement with that rule, too. Like, I dislike it. I don't agree with it. But I think, like, he's definitely had, like, some of an advantage. Like, you can't say it. Just his age, his development, and just also being around the infrastructure of it, learning the league, like seeing what he has to do already. Like, yeah, no doubt, like Chet's got some advantages over Wemby. But yeah, I think like you're right in the sense of Wemby's younger, he's gonna have that growth, but it'll be interesting to see the race. I think the race, at least for Rookie of the Year, I do feel like at the end of the day, Wemby's still going to take this just because of a narrative around it, and part of it is that. But I think that's probably what we're going to end up with. But yeah, I think that's only a good thing for the sport of basketball.
When I agree, too, that Chet's done better than Wemby through 20 games. Like, I'm just taking the whole season. Like, I'm almost betting that Wemby will do better than he has.
Yeah.
So that's just more my feeling.
Of us are,
yeah.
All three of us are wrong. The Rookie of the Year is going to be Ben Simmons. So
yeah. It's Ben Simmons, 100%. How could we not get that one right?
I mean, technically they have to play the 65 games or whatever it is. So you never know with injuries, they could end up both not eligible.
Truthfully, you're right. That would be the worst story for the NBA.
Listen, I don't know. It might be the worst story for the NBA, but if Jordan Hawkins runs away with Rookie of the Year because of injuries,
right?
Like, I will be so happy as a fan. Jordan Hawkins is so much fun. Jordan Hawkins is a baller.
Yeah, New Orleans is stacked with talent. They looked good last night.
Yeah, no, New Orleans definitely been like someone to like keep an eye on.
Team hard
sure.
show.
Got a lot of young talent.
Home team. Winning team.
Honestly, I feel like New Orleans,
always so many
the whole like in-season tournament with them getting in, I feel like it's perfect for them. Honestly, like they're the perfect like team for like got some tournament play now. I don't know if you could say it's like the same as a playoff caliber thing or anything, but get some experience in a bigger game than a normal regular season game. But we'll see. I'm like, as a Lakers fan, I absolutely don't want them to go further, but it seems like that though that I think would be fun to watch though in the in-season tournament.
Outsmart the elements.
I don't want to jinx it, but I do feel like AD has their number, so I'm not too worried about a team without a center in general. So if they get a center, you know, at the trade deadline, you know, all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm hilarious.
But yeah, it's too many of these teams don't have centers. I don't really consider them contenders.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts.
I'm curious with Zubac, like if he can really put it together.
On the long haul.
Yeah.
Because business as usual.
I don't think he's good enough, but it's my take.
JJJ, are you saying Jamie Jaquez Jr.? Is that who JJJ is? Or should I say Adam Morrison Reborn? Because he
no, Jaren Jackson Jr. I think is Triple J.
Is it Triple J? Is Jaren Jackson Jr. or the new?
Yeah, from Memphis.
Do we have the new Triple J though in Miami? Is that a new? Because he's a rookie, right?
He is a rookie, and he is Adam Morrison Reborn because he looks exactly like Adam Morrison.
I like that.
Yo, 24 today. Okay.
And luxury design.
I have to check this out now. Gotta check it out.
Yeah,
Another
he can
UCLA
ball
guy
too.
right there.
He can ball out too.
Got the pyramid of success.
He can ball out
right
too
there.
for sure.
Hey, actually, that's true. Another UCLA dude. Like, I mean, look, Jalen Hood had a great showing the other night, but maybe a miss by the Lakers. I don't know. He's in the backyard, man, at UCLA. let him slip.
Stretch prevents ride up and supports any move you make. And mind-blowing innovations.
I don't think the
like our
Lakers scouting
Quick Drop
department is
also reinvented
top
lounge
tier.
wear.
It's a
Considering no one
boundary.
even knows who their scouts are.
Exactly.
Let me just say it that way.
John knows how comfortable you want to be.
Go to Tommy John.
I know who they are, but I don't know what else.
Wait another moment.
They did go with Kuzma. I'll give them credit.
Hey, see, there's a few good picks. There's a few gems, and then there's a few big misses too. But that's for every scout.
I will tell you, oh man.
Look, there's people are gonna say rigged in the chat because we've got Drew on as a guest host tonight, and he won the wheel spin.
So he didn't win his own moment, though. That's the important one.
He did not win his own moment. You're right.
I'm donating another one to make another giveaway. Let's see what TSD I have a double of.
Changing research helps save lives.
Yeah, and also this LSU Virginia Tech game has opened up a bit. It's 51-37 LSU halfway through that third quarter. So.
All right, here we go. First double I get.
We're talking about Chet. We're talking about Chet, and so that makes me think of something I saw on Twitter today revolving around Top Shot in the number one Chet. So the guy that pulled it put it on sale on Floaty for $6K. I don't know if you all saw that, and someone said, good for the person who pulled it, but this just goes to show that special cereals aren't as desirable as people think. And like, what can Top Shot do to change that narrative? And I commented, and I said, like, it's tough, right? Because with the introduction of team and player leaderboards, if you lock that number one, you're just getting ASP. Like, if I were to pull the number one and I like absolutely want this moment,
remember, you can donate right
like,
now.
If there was a TSS compensation for a special cereal, then I would keep it. But I'm 100% selling the number one for $6K. And I'll just stack like 10 more Chets and walk away with 4K or whatever, and call it a day. Because at the end of the day, my extra Chets that I got from selling the number one is going to net me more TSS than the number one would have.
Geico makes car insurance easy. As easy as
so like it's hard. What do you all think? Like, because you got to have that happy medium, right? Like we're all collectors at heart. That's why we do this product. That's why we're here. Because it's clearly not for making money. But it's like, do you chase the special cereals? Because I have a couple special cereals. Like I paid over for some perfect cereals that are no longer perfect because of burning.
Cracked windshield on your new car.
But it's like, I would love a Chet number one. I'm chasing the Chet leaderboard. But if I pull the Chet leaderboard, it doesn't make sense for me to lock the number one. Like, I'd rather sell it.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat, honestly, with that. Like, I know I've paid, I don't have any number ones, or I have a few perfects, I think, but like those are things I've pulled maybe. I think like, or not perfects, I guess, but like the whole like 1,000 or even number cereal. But like, yeah, and same with like jerseys. I think like what DJ said, right, is kind of like my take on it. Like, a lot of people do value those. Like, there's whole collections, right, of just jersey number cereals. I think those are incredibly impressive collections, even though like I don't collect jersey cereal numbers. So like, to that person, I think that's cool. I know like I've gone after area codes of people or players or whatever, or my own area code. Like, that's a weird thing, right? So I feel like there's definitely different like numbers and cereals that are important to people. And I know it's even been like referenced in the WNBA like chats in Discord, kind of on like when they burn all the cereals, or when they burn leftovers, right? Like, maybe ask the community what cereals are important cereals, because right now it's just those cereals number ones and perfects, right? Or sometimes I don't even know if perfects are really included in that for like saving for burns. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of interesting valuations that people put on different cereal numbers, and like whether or not it's number one or perfect a cereal or like a jersey, like it can still have value to someone. Like, I know I have a single digit like Chelsea Gray, and like I paid probably $15 more for that. For me, it was worth having a $15 more moment than getting a random like cereal number. So but yeah, I think that's the take. Like, some people love them, some people don't. If people want to collect them, let them do it. But yeah, 100%. Like, if you have a number one, I'd rather go And I've been the person to do it. I've pulled a low serial, I've sold that, and then I've gone and bought more moments than I actually wanted. So I feel like it's just how people build out their collections, right? Just different ways.
And I would say too, Drew, sell as much as you can in general. We're in a world where there's always going to be something new, shiny coming out. So if you can sell something, you should, especially for profit, whether it's a stock or it's an NFT. I don't think the detail matters too much. You sell for profit. I'm big on the time value. So is it like $20 over a year, or is it $20 in an hour? If you have to pay 35% short-term capital gains tax like I do, and then you flip something and you only make, let's say, one Solana or one whatever, and then your taxes are small. Personally, I'd rather have the coin or the flow or whatever than the NFT a lot of the time. So I would trade, $20 for a moment and then hold the dollars to then get what I want next.
Yeah.
If you can't sell it, then obviously you're going to slowly bring it down until you can sell it. I wouldn't be desperate to sell stuff, but at the same time, I would sell as much as I could. Because I don't know how much you guys feel about this, but what actually sells versus what I think is going to sell is I'm very bad at being able to judge that.
Oh, I'm the exact same.
I just list shit now, and sometimes I get these emails. I'm like, really? Like, okay, like.
Saturday, the ACC title game at 8 o'clock
for
at
sure.
ABC.
Yeah, I was like, it's one of those things where if Top Shot incentivized via like a TSS adjustment for special serial pools, then I would keep it probably. Probably. It's like it's a zero chance right now that I'm keeping it. I'm selling it 100% of the time if I pull it. If there was
but
a
there's
TSS
still got to be that magic number you're okay to get rid of it at, right? Even with that set.
Yeah, for sure. Like especially with Chet. Like I am all about the Thunder this year. And like I'm going to keep stacking some Chets. So it would be like I think 6K, which is what it's listed at, is actually very fair. I probably would let it go for like 4 if it were me. But like it's one of those things where like if Top Shot said like, hey, for number ones for jerseys and for perfect serials, we'll like triple ASP or something like that for your TSS. That would give me from like no shot am I keeping it to like there's a 10% chance I'm keeping it. It just depends on what that player is. I don't think they'll ever do that, but who knows? Like we thought collector score was a thing, and that doesn't exist anymore.
Man,
so
good old collector score.
Yeah. Are you all either of you all going for throwdowns?
I'll probably honestly get one of those $6 quick rip packs. I kind of like that. I like ripping a pack for $6 with a chance at a rookie and a rare.
She's explosive.
I don't know if I'll get any of the throwdowns, if I'm gonna be honest.
I might just get one pack, just for fun.
Yeah.
But to collect the set, I think for me, I've already set my goals like 5 years ahead to have the S1 base set, and then to collect a few other sets, more like rare sets and stuff that's already come out that's undervalued in my opinion. So like the Run It Back set with Shaq, D-Wade, and Iverson.
For sure.
I have the bottlenecks now, so I'm gonna spend the next 8 months putting in offers and just collecting everything else. But I'm trying to be really savvy about it and patient and long-term thinking. As much as I can.
In the Top Shot space, man.
I feel like I've been doing
I was
it.
thinking I might go for it just because they're $29. Like 29 is so cheap for 2 rares. Like that's pretty crazy for $29.
And I'll tell you what I would get for that 29 instead. Like a Tracy McGrady TSD, or I'm curious.
Yeah,
what's at that.
that's true.
She's able to push it through off
That's
the
a
backboard.
very good point.
Pistol Pete would have taken that shot right here.
I always like to measure that.
Still the all-time NCAA.
See, I
Especially
don't
if
do
there's like
that.
a 2
I'm
digit
very
serial on the
impulsive.
floor. You know, maybe you get a number
I'm
like I got
very
number
impulsive.
42. Yeah, on the floor. That's McGrady. I just got lucky.
It's like absolutely
So-
wild. Like some of the prices on Top Shot right now from that. Just like, yeah.
I think the throwdown set will pump because Paolo's being a challenge reward. I do think that's going to happen. We're still going to have plenty of duds though.
How big is the full set? Like, because it's a 2-drop set again, right? This is only going to be half of it basically. So, and then half of it like released in the after All-Star break, I'm assuming. So.
Yeah, I assume. I truly don't know how big the set's going to be, but so the throwdowns that are getting released out of 699, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, like Jaylen Brown to me is the easy dub. I know Kings fans are going to stack the Monk. Lakers leaderboard people are probably going to stack D'Angelo. But I could care less about Tari Eason or Jalen Johnson. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could care less about Malik Monk and D'Angelo Russell, too. But I will say, like if you hover over the moment thumbnail and, like, see the way that it moves, like, that's sick. Like, the way that they've upgraded that dynamic is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, looking at it for a second, I'd probably get the Scoot Henderson TSD or the Jalen Green TSD.
Scoot, yeah.
Smart.
I'd
Smart.
probably get those or Trey Young, I guess, TSD.
Or you could go with D and get that Adam Morrison 2.0 TSD for $25.
There you go. But yeah, even like Elena Deladon at 27, it's got the debut badge, rookie badge, one of the best ever. I'd rather have that than the throwdown pack.
The best, in my opinion, like the GOAT set for WNBA because it's the top 25 players of WNBA history. I love that set. D, to answer your question,
I'll be right back.
Yes and no. Yes and no. If I have access to it, like because we're screen sharing YouTube TV right now. So if it's something where like we can get a login to like the colleges, because a lot of the colleges stream their games. If we get a login to that, we can. If it's on national TV, we can. But other than that, like if we can't, if I don't have a login, if Snap doesn't have a login, then we can't get to it. But if it's on YouTube TV or if it's on YouTube or like a SEC network or something like that, we can. And Elena Dreamin, Dish the Rock, funny you say that. Elena Dreamin is like the whole reason that we are doing this. Like Elena Dreamin spawned the idea for us to go to playback and say, hey, this is what other people are doing. Is this okay to do? And got the okay.
Like part of this too, guys, when we're doing the college games, we turn off Discovery
right now on
playback. So a big thing was that like we need you guys to like hop in and help us because we're not going to be found on playback. Like if you search for the WNBA collector community right now, or usually like we show up on like live or something like that, or like upcoming like schedules and all that. We don't show up in any of that when we do the college games because we have to turn off the Discovery. So straight up, like, appreciate y'all for coming through. The fact that there's 20 of you here and like we just tagged the Discord for the most part, like that's awesome.
That'll be $23.
Yeah. So shout out Elena Dreamin for giving us the idea, and shout out to Sir George Peelsworth from Playback for giving us the okay.
Even on the new iPhone 15
And then
Pro,
Chewy,
check it
yeah,
out.
members should see it, but yeah, then exactly what DJ is saying. Yeah, honestly, you are
Exactly,
signed in.
we're signed in.
It's 100% that we put it in in the Discord and verified chat, you know, we just share it with you guys, and yeah, 100%, it's just coming through with like a speakeasy.
Yep. They said as long as we, and to Snap's point, they said as long as we don't advertise it and like blast it everywhere, it's okay to do. So that's why we just, the people that are in this room and the people that are in our Discord that hang out with us, you all are the only ones that know that we're doing it. So.
And hopefully, like, I still have no, like, I have a ton of faith right now that like playback is in talks with all the like different networks, all that kind of stuff coming up for different seasons, like TNT, ESPN. I'm hoping we can hopefully get, you know, some public stuff going on, because it's so easy, guys, to switch on playback from like one stream to another once it's loaded up in your broadcast. Like, it's super easy, but it's a little harder for screen share and YouTube and all that. So.
Yeah, and as you all can tell, I'm sure, like the last week when we did it, it was staggered quite a bit. Hopefully the quality for you all for the stream itself has been better, but like because it's all using my internet, it's bogging down my computer. There's potential for lag significantly with screen share. So.
Just a heads up too. Milwaukee and Chicago are in overtime, 1 point.
Ooh, we got the OT going on. Okay. And then also, yeah, Mac, it's less choppy than last week for sure. It's still choppy though, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I have no idea, because I don't think it's your end. Honestly, maybe it is, but I don't think it is. Honestly,
I think it is. I think it's my internet, honestly, because your all's boxes just shows, like, for Drew it shows Kobe, and for you it shows Static Shock, and it just shows that like spinning wheel. So like half the time I see your all space, the other half I just see your icon. So it's 100%
for sure
T-Mobile internet.
We'll shake it up next time. I can try to log in and all that. We can try to shake it up. So
okay.
Yeah.
They offer T-Mobile offers a microcell.
And it's not just the not just this too. Like, if I've been getting big into like watching people on Twitch, as you are signed in knows, I show up every week now.
There we go.
But I can't play a live service game like World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, 2K. I can't play those games that are connected to the internet and watch Twitch at the same time unless I put Twitch at the lowest possible quality setting and put the game at the lowest quality resolution. I have to so it might be my computer, but I feel like it's the internet, because it doesn't happen if like I play, you know, Baldur's Gate that's not connected to the internet, or, you know, something like that.
Have you tested your internet speed, like your gigabytes per minute?
I have. I did when I first got it, because I just switched to T-Mobile internet like last month. Let me test it right now while I've got all this going.
Gets the rebound. Puts it back in. Anisha Morrow, 17 points, 14 boards tonight. Like, what a stat line there. I know we still got 8:30 in the game. I want to see a 20-20 game. I don't think we will, but I want to see.
Attacks here. She makes room, goes and just gobbles up the board. But watch her here, 6'1".
Also, and LSU is like dashed my dreams so far.
I know, man. This game has been like it's been flop. It's been a flop.
They got the size.
They had it, man. And Virginia Tech had a great first quarter too. I don't know really what's happened after that. Also, for the 3 or 4 people hanging out on YouTube, come watch on playback. Don't look at my face. Look at the game. It's much better. It's much better.
Yeah, I think as they get more tired, the size matters more and more.
That is true.
So for those curious, my current download speed with screen sharing, on playback, all of that, 58 megs.
Okay.
Just 58.
I feel like with having all that up isn't too awful though. With that, you have
You
everything.
should be in the like 300 to 500 range. You know, if you had like fast internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
their zone defense.
Well, when I had Spectrum, I was at like 250. I live in the sticks, so like I live like 30 minutes outside of Louisville, and like my options are very slim. Like we don't even have street lights or anything. Like it's one lane highways. It's very, very country out here.
I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, same. I just did mine just in case. I didn't want to tell him either. Oh, no.
Shit.
Let me guess. 800.
Nah, I'm lower.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
742.
Like I. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I set it all up
best,
myself. I built my own mesh network. Like I'm into all that.
There you go.
So, yeah. I got the equipment.
The best I got with Spectrum was 2.
Oh no! Right as he says it. Oh no! Make a T-Mobile advertisement out of it, right?
Yeah, what I would recommend in the future is to have them provide the actual line of internet, but you buy the equipment and don't rent equipment, because the rental equipment is really what's so garbage.
And you can't even usually access, like, we have Cox, and I don't like it, but it's our only choice where we are. But that was the thing with Cox. Like, if you buy the top tier internet, the router that they give you is not going to keep up with the tiers that you're buying anyways. So, like, you got to unlock that stuff for the most part. You get your own stuff. But yeah, man.
I can get my own stuff.
You should.
Just
Definitely.
So what they do is they try to charge you $20 a month, but you could just pay the 12 months times $20 up front, you know, and then if it doesn't break, essentially you get your money back after the first year. But yeah, instead of just paying monthly, you just buy it.
Because like the only thing they won't help you with after that is like coming out and servicing stuff, or like if you call them. But like generally, I mean, that's on their end anyways. It's not my router that's messing up. And if it is, like, I'll check it out. But you also, like, I mean, like, I haven't messed with, like, setting up a whole bunch of networks and stuff. But just having the extra Wi-Fi, guest Wi-Fi, the QR stuff, like, access to the stuff on my phone, like, actual getting my speeds that I pay for, that's a huge, huge thing for sure.
I have this thing called Total Tech, which is basically $180, and for the life of my account with Best Buy, I get unlimited returns up to 60 days on everything. So even if this item broke 400 days after I bought it, I can still exchange it. So working with a Best Buy company policy is kind of how I get around all that. For like worrying about anything.
Like I'd get the replacement thing is good for a year, the replacement, the Geek Squad plan or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, my headphones, they don't work anymore. It's been 360 days. And I would like go and exchange them for some new ones.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if y'all, I mean, if you all have resources, feel free to like. Both of you all got me on Discord. Just DM me some stuff because I've got one box
so everyone can see it.
I've got one box that T-Mobile gave me, and the cool thing about it is because it uses the 5G, like it uses the T-Mobile satellite towers for like my cell phone. I can take this box anywhere with me, and as long as it has an outlet where I can plug it in, I have internet. So like we could be in the middle of nowhere in a camper and I could have internet. It might not be good as you see tonight, but at least I have it.
It can do it, though.
And that's one of the things that like really drew me to it. And Spectrum was charging me like $120, and T-Mobile was charging me $40.
Yeah. That's fair. Like I think that's the one thing. Like I've looked to change it from Cox just because like it's 140 here for the top tier, and that's as they're the only provider, literally the only provider in the area. There's nowhere else to go. So
that's the same here, but we recently got Verizon like in the last month. But for the last 7 years, it's been Cox only.
Yeah, that's how it is with Cox right now, and like I can't complain about the service. The service is pretty good, no doubt.
But the $150 a month.
Yeah, man, like it shouldn't be $150 a month for the fiber. I'm sorry. Like,
a fair price though is probably closer to $100.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Because I think.
And I can tell you right now, Cox has a promotion that if you call them, you can actually get the top plan that you have for $100?
I might do that because I've been wanting to try it out because when I moved in with my girlfriend down here, they didn't have the top tier package, and within like 2 days, man, I was breaking the data caps. So I was like, okay, we have to go get that. So we got that.
I just talked to a rep there like yesterday because I was porting a number over from there to Verizon, and they were trying to get me to sign up for this, 1 year at $100, and I'm like, no, dude, like. Try to sell me that, but if you're already stuck with Cox, then it's perfect for you, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100 that'd be a great savings, honestly. Every single month, that'd be great.
It's a promotion that goes live tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, no, honestly,
or it ends tomorrow. One of the two.
That truthfully might have been the Cox envelope that I got that I definitely didn't open to this shit. So I'm like, yo, my bill's online every month. Why are you guys sending me stuff? It's probably that.
16 points.
Yeah, the Verizon one's 90 for the first year, and then 110 after that.
Yeah.
But it's way faster. It's 700 megabytes, where the other one with Cox, I was only getting like 500.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. I know we had Verizon when I lived in San Bernardino for a while, and it switched out to Frontier, I think then. That's what it was. I don't know if that's all of California, but whenever they switched from Verizon to Frontier, my service was just shit. Like, Fios was great for the whole time I had it. Frontier, though, man, like, that was a mess. That was a mess.
I remember a time before people had it to gather around.
I do miss, I'll be real, too. I miss, I guess it's Spectrum. What was Time Warner and Spectrum is the same now, right?
Sometimes
togetherness
is
easy as a number.
I know that was the whole thing when the Lakers got their TV deal. Like, that's who we had, and I was stoked for the first like 3 or 4 years, and then we moved.
When everyone in LA like hates Time Warner, so then they rebranded as Spectrum. You know?
Spectrum Sports. I was like, wait, hold up, yeah. But yeah, that was always wild, man. For the first 2 years, though, I had that Time Warner cable, like, and I was like loving life because you could see
that's like a trigger word,
dude. It is. Like, just you're not able to watch your favorite teams. Just, you know what, you might live in the city, but you can't watch them. Yeah, I know, I mean, we saw it with the Suns and Ishbo with, like, the Sun stuff and all that, and then I saw the Clipper Vision stuff, man. I don't know, I hope we get something like that. Bring back KCal 9. That's the real MVP right there. Bring back KCal 9.
Old school.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I remember growing up as kids watching Nick the Click, and Eddie Jones, Eldon Campbell.
That was the best.
Yeah, we had a stacked team back then.
100%, man. 100%.
You remember Cedric Sabalos?
Yes, of course, man. Cedric.
So he got in a fight with our coach, and then the same night, Robert Ory threw a towel in the coach for Phoenix's face, and then we were able to trade Sabalos for Ory. That's how we got him.
Dude, that's wild. I had no idea. Yeah, dude, Big Shot Rob, man. Oof.
I didn't know either, but Big Shot told me.
That's a wild story, man.
Here, I'll show you a cool picture. Sitting with Rob, drinking beers at the Lonzo Ball draft night.
There you go.
Yeah. Sometimes togetherness is
he drinks, man. That guy can put down like 20 beers, easy. Robert Ory's a tank.
Dude, I believe it, man. Cause how
be of the future?
Let's see, hold up.
Division unlocked.
Probably 6'9".
I was gonna say, how big is Robert Ory? He feels like a big dude, even though like.
Brotherly shove. Check. Football weather. A season that's still
list him. Google at least. List him at 6'10". That's wild. Honestly, like growing up watching Ory, I never realized he was that big. I don't think I realized he was that big.
Big time.
Coming up on SportsCenter, we will have more on.
He was saying his draft story. I guess when he actually had his name called by the Rockets, he had gone to take a piss, and he like came back, and he was supposed to be like walking on stage, and they're all looking for him, you know. And then he like walked on stage after the bathroom.
SVP, thank you, my man. LSU rolling here in the second half. Got a couple of big games from stars.
He's probably one of my favorite Lakers of all time.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. The shots, like, and it's I think it's sad too because for me, I have to say like Fish was always one of my big times, and then seeing him go to the Sparks and being an awful coach has like tainted that .4 shot for me. But yeah, between Ory and Fisher's shots, man, those like 2000s teams were wild. Like,
I used to hate Fisher's lob shot, you know, where you throw it up in the sky. But how he took charges and was just available every night.
Like, I think that was the thing is, like, growing up, like, I feel like watching Fisher play so much, like, the Lakers never had, like, that playmaking point guard, but Fish was always that glue guy. Like, I don't know. It made me, like, look at the point guard position in a whole different way, I think.
Trying to go back to back.
He was good. He was underrated for sure.
Game of the season was a stunner to Colorado.
He's an Arkansas guy. He's from Arkansas.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Little Rock, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Scottie Pippen.
With 4:35 to go.
Man, yeah, there was so much.
That's number 5.
Yeah, honestly, Dish the Rock, it's wild to think, like, Big Shot Rob, how many good teams he's played on, like, and how important he's been on those good teams too.
I think LeBron was the second player ever to win with 3 different teams. Because he won with the Cavs, the Heat, and the Lakers.
Yeah.
And I think Ori was the only other player to win because he went with the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Lakers.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That is
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
I feel like Shaq never got on the third team, so no, because he only had it LA and
3 with the Lakers, 2 with the Heat, or 1 with the Heat. Yeah.
Because he went to so many teams, man. That was the wild thing about Shaq's, like, second half of his career. Like,
I remember Phoenix, Cleveland, Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Giving her a standing ovation as well, the 6'3" junior from Baltimore, who had not played since the first half of the Kent State season.
DK Metcalf at 131 yards.
Became very much a national story.
Eating candy too.
Yeah.
Performance tonight by the Tigers.
Yo, Giannis with 5 blocks. Is that Miami Bulls game still in overtime right now?
It is over.
Yes.
Back on the baseline.
It is over.
Yo, the Bulls took it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Vucevic had 29, 10, and 6.
They met in the Final Four in Dallas.
Which is even more impressive because he went up against Giannis.
Right? Like,
so it's not like he's just getting it against some scrub.
No, he's got to work for that.
42-26.
I'm sure the list is short of guys that have put up 30 on Giannis.
To go get the defensive board.
Reset the shot clock to.
He gets no love, Vucevic. I know he's big with all the Croatians and the Serbians love him.
Kayla Williams,
really does. I feel like a big two, just being in Chicago. I feel like next to Levine and DeRozan, like he's just not going to get talked about. And like you're on a losing team, you already got 2 superstars on your team. Like it's just it's like a void you don't want to be in.
I will say though, the Croatians and the Serbians are like the most hardcore basketball fans.
True. It's true, man.
And they're all like 6'5".
74-58.
Yeah, I remember at USC, there's a huge Croatian population. Like when Zubac was with the Lakers before he moved over, so many Croatians.
Just came out, like just never even like been cheered for it and just got to support their guy though. No, I remember that stuff.
There's a town hall here by my house. It's like a Croatian place. Oh, DK just got another tutty.
Hey, there you go.
It's a big night for him. What's your Geno pick looking like? Where are we at? We got to be around 15, 18. Yeah.
He's at 17.
Oh.
You're right there, man.
Yeah.
That touchdown is big for you because now they don't need to score.
I still need 5 receiving yards from Tony Pollard, though.
Which could happen, too, because Dallas needs to score now.
Yeah.
You're in good shape.
Could happen.
Hopefully.
Your perfect scenario is Pollard gets that catch for the first down, but then Dallas doesn't score. Because then Seattle will be ahead and just kind of run the clock.
Yeah, I would take that. 100%.
Preseason All ACC and playing like it once again this year.
Man, this game is just blown up.
2:40 left in the contest. Tough bounce speed and up and in.
Kobe White also had 23.
There you go. He's been playing pretty well, even like amongst everything going on for the Bulls.
He was 7 of 20 shooting though.
Oh god.
gets in that position, she's not going to miss.
4 for 11 from 3 though.
All right,
that's kind of where he.
Yeah, that's where he excelled at. Making his points, getting his points somewhere.
And it'll go the other way. That'll be LSU ball.
Yeah, Trey Young had 45, 4, and 14.
And Issa Morrow.
It's a big game. Hallie, same thing, 44 and 10.
At this point, 19.
It's now 40-point games are just like every night, huh?
I mean, she's a menace on both ends of the floor as an undersized post player.
How many MVPs from a different country than USA? So we got Jokic, Embiid, and Antetokounmpo. So that's 3.
Williams played a huge role in this one too. Shot clock's at 4.
Hakeem, that's 4.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and look for the WNBA side. You got Lauren Jackson, that's 1. Lauren Jackson 2.
MVPs from a different country.
Lauren Jackson 3.
Michael Jordan should count because he's not from this planet.
Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk. Yeah.
Yeah, Dirk. Tim Duncan, he's from St. Croix.
See, Nash had 2, Dirk 1.
Like this might be nip and tuck and be a very
of course, I'm
close
naming the
game down
Whiteys.
See, that did not play out. LSU ran away.
Kobe counts, right? Because he
Italy.
Technically, yeah.
Italy, yeah.
Smart. I didn't think of that. Did Kyrie? He didn't win MVP, but he was born in Australia.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
too.
he hasn't won.
Didn't win, but yeah. Wouldn't have even thought of that one. Has there been a Canadian that I can't think of?
Won't be the same score, but it will be the same.
The only one I can think of is Nash.
Yeah, that's just Nash. Yeah, John Quell. So for the WNBA, it's John Quell and Lauren Jackson. That's it. Yeah, Australia and the Bahamas representing. So everyone else on the W side's been US, but John Quell and Lauren Jackson.
There's got to be a guy from like the 80s or the 90s that played around Kareem's time, no?
I feel like there's got to be somewhere like in the 80s. Yeah, 80s, 90s, there has to be one. Hold up. Let me pull up that.
But the MVPs are just Magic and Jordan. I mean, there's 11 MVPs right there.
That's facts. Like you go through the whole decade.
I was joking with someone the other day. The Lakers only won 1 championship without Magic or Kobe.
Oh, yeah, no, we said Hakeem.
So it says, according to Vicky, it says 7 players
in Minneapolis.
It says 7 players combining for 11 total. Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Nash, Dirk, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. Those are the only ones.
Damn, honestly, that's a baller question. Like,
That's
there's really not that many, but there's a ton now, like more recently. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I remembered the 3 bigs recently were all international bigs. Dirk was the one that slipped my mind.
Yeah, Dirk, I didn't think
forget.
of too. Honestly,
Never
Nash
forget
did
30.
Dirk for my mind for sure. Yeah.
I just
Never
didn't think
forget
MVP,
30.
and he didn't come to my head anymore.
What year was Dirk? Let's see. I have a list up.
Dirk was the year that they lost to the We Believe Warriors.
Yeah.
2014.
It was 2006 for Dirk, so that's the year that I forget.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
I forget that one for Dirk for sure. We remember the 81-point game. Everything else didn't exist that year for Laker fans. So.
I got some cool Dirk Nowitzki rookie cards that I've had since back then.
That's baller though. Those are sick.
Yeah. He's got the earring. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, well,
you guys collect cards or no?
This game is a blowout.
I do have some. Honestly, I've lost a lot of my cards now just moving, but I've started since Top Shot. I've gotten cardboard again, but I had it for a while. I have a bigger baseball collection somewhere than basketball, honestly. But yeah, just I don't know where cards are. Truthfully, that's why I like Top Shot. Can't lose my stuff.
Yeah,
I got 2 different buddies that gave me their Pokemon cards to help them itemize it and put it up on eBay for them.
Yeah.
So now I'm like helping them both get rid of their collections.
That's sick, man. I know my girlfriend's sister just likes ripping packs, so she'll come back with like Pokemon, like just packs to rip, and she'll be like, "Here, you like cards?" And we'll just flip them once in a while. Or yeah, there's some stuff, man. I know nothing new about Pokemon, but it's fun to give sell stuff.
Well, yeah, people go crazy for that stuff.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, my son's
yeah.
obsessed.
Some of those Series 1s, like so expensive.
Yeah,
and it kills me because so I was
Torture to talk about.
massive into it, and then I went to middle school, and it was one of those things where it's like I'm too old for this now, so I threw them all away, threw them all in the trash can. And I took good care of my shit. Like they were in sleeve protectors and then also in binders. And just threw it all away because it was like literally like I don't want people to make fun of me because I play Pokemon, and so I threw them all away.
Dude, I gave all mine away to my cousin, so I feel you. And he gave them
At
to
least
some
someone
neighbor
got use out of it.
He gave them to some neighbor kid. No idea what happened to that neighbor kid.
At least someone got use out of yours. Mine went straight to the incinerator.
All I know, man, is growing up with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! In schools being like the black market and dealing cards in the bathroom with people, man. Like, yo, I'll trade you my Blue Eyes White Dragon and your Charizard or whatever this, man. It was wild times.
I used to burn CDs on my TDK CD burner. I had a 6X, which was like, dude, I got the serious. It takes like an hour to burn, you know? I used to trade burn CDs for cards.
Dude, that's sick, though.
Yeah, I actually traded my Game Boy Advance for a binder full of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Yo, trades on the playground were wild, man. Like that was some Wild West wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. I remember going to Toys R Us and doing the Pokemon League, and getting like the stamps and getting badges, and then I'd go to like Barnes and Noble for the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Yep. Remember
So
that?
awesome.
Man, wild
Was
times.
Magic
And then I
big
got
for you
big into
guys too?
Beyblades.
Magic came later on in
Magic.
high school. Played Magic
Yeah.
with friends in high school. Yeah.
I still play Magic every now and then.
I mean, that's just
No
I never understood it. It was always so complicated for me.
Yeah,
I still don't understand it, but I play it.
No, it's fair. Like, I feel like I had friends that were super into it, and like that's the thing. You use their nice stick. They tell you how it works. They tell you what's in it, and then I play with their stuff. And like we'd all come and like have a LAN party, and like it'd be half Magic and like half WoW or something.
The LAN party.
Dude, bring it back. We need more.
A couple of years ago, a friend of mine was turning like 35. He was like, for my 35th birthday, I want to have an old school LAN party where we just play Halo. So we scrounged together